Oxygen. Oxygen is a life-supporting gas. Neither a plant nor an animal can exist without oxygen. Clear, no? It is an important component used for combustion as well as burning. This is the short, you can say, explanation about oxygen. That means whatever the things which are going to exist, each and everything have presence of oxygen in it. So children, this is Angita from the race classes. Today we are here to discuss the topic oxygen and its oxide. Now you can see both the words are resemblance with each other. Oxygen as well as oxides, you can see little bit terms and similarities are there, but you have to think in what case or in what scenario this oxygen is being converted into oxide. What is the actual case? How this happen? If you are going to study about oxygen, then why we are going to study about the oxides as well? What is the use? So one by one with a step we are going to discuss each and everything with this topic oxygen and oxide, children. So just join us with me and we are here to start the topic. Don't skip this video till the last. Clear, no? Watch and in between them I'll tell you the different short tricks as well, so that you can understand the videos and you can understand the topic as well properly, and that will be benefit for you for the point of examinations as well. So let's begin with the video. We are here to discuss the oxygen. Oxygen, you know, before beginning this, verbally I'll discuss oxygen is present in our periodic table, and you know, in our periodic table it is being represented in which family? It is represented with its own family, that is called your chalcozone family. Clear, no? And in that family there are many other elements which comprises in that, but we are not going to read about other elements which are there in oxygen family. We are simply going to read about oxygen. So before moving to the other part, first of all I'd like to write some of the important points about oxygen, like what is its atomic number, atomic mass, who have discovered or in which year it was discovered, who all are the discoverers, what are the general electronic configurations, as well as what is the electronic, or you can say the number of cells present in that. These all are the things which we are going to discuss. Afterwards we have the different discussions as per your part, which is going to be helpful for you for the further knowledge with this topic. So let's begin, children. Now oxygen. First of all we are going to write oxygen, its atomic number, its mass number. So we are going to learn about oxygen. Shortly I am writing. I don't think so to write that much big. Give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Oxygen. Clear, no? So first of all, it is represented with a, what is the name, you know? It is represented by, this is just for your knowledge. Since it is the beginning of this topic, so we are going to start from the basic. It is represented by O. To get my point? First, you have to understand what is the actual symbol of this one. So, actual symbol of this is what? O. Second point which you have to learn, study about this is your atomic number. That means what type of atomic number you are having for this in the periodic table. So, children, atomic number of oxygen is your 8. What is 8? Second, you have its atomic mass. You know, came to know later on that this oxygen exists in your, I can say, isotopes which have different atomic mass but same atomic number. Clear? So here you have to write atomic mass, and the atomic mass of oxygen is, first basically we are considering 16. Do you understand that point? Moving on the next point of yours, you will write the discoverers of this one. Please note it down. These all are the very important things for the beginning of this chapter. There are many discoverers of this topic, or you can say this element oxygen. Many scientists have found in different years, but at last one of the scientists have found it is present in year 1774. So we are here to discuss about the discoverers, and the discoverers are your what? First is your, I'll use another color of marker. First is your Joseph Priestley. Clear? Second is your Antoine Lavoisier. These all are the short tricks which if somebody will ask you in MCQs, And last is your Carl Wilhelm Clado. So these all are the three discoverers who have discovered what? Who have discovered Carl Wilhelm Scheele. Now children, as per your knowledge, the discoverers are important. It is not much important that which method they have used or what type of compounds they have taken to find the presence of oxygen in that. So Carl Wilhelm Scheele. Clear? These three are the, you can say these three are the scientists or discoverers who have discovered oxygen. Do you get my point? Shall I proceed further? Please note it down. Now moving on the next part of yours, you can see about this. I told you already, when you are going to read the topic, this atomic structure, there you will read about the number of cell and its presence. Like we have talked about the cell, K element, as well as the subcell for other elements, but here I am not going to enter much in that. For your knowledge only, we are going to write the other point, electron per cell. Electron. So it has two cells with it, and that will be your K cell and L cell. What are they? Electron per cell will be your two cell is there, K cell and L cell. K cell comprises your 2 in first orbit of complete, and other is L cell comprises 6, 2 and 6 we are having total as an 8. Clear? Now, discoverer you came to know, okay, these three are the discoverers. In which year it was discovered? So, it was discovered by Joseph Priestley. Basically, we are going to call it for the discoverer of this one. Joseph Priestley. These all are little bit, they have find it with their own methods and experiments, but Joseph Priestley have find in its own way. Clear, no? So, you will write another point from here, discovered. Discovered means in which year it was discovered. It was discovered in the year 1774. Please note it down, children. It is very important. At all the points you are getting these things in a detail. And last, we are going to learn about electronic configuration. You will might write the heading. Electronic configuration. Clear? Now, moving on the other part of yours, electronic configuration. I hope you have studied in class 7th, 3rd or 4th chapter atomic structure topic is there. If you still find confusion, if you want the other video for that, please post in the comment section. So, to find the electronic configuration, you have to find it out. First of all, here we are having different inert gas. We are taking like you are having helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon. That means these all are your noble gases. Clear? So, here we are having helium, and along with helium we are having 2s2 and 2p4 because the place value of helium is 2. So 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. That means what is the atomic number of oxygen? Atomic number of oxygen is 8. And from here, with this configuration, we are going to find it out. Clear, children? I hope you understand the things. Please note it down. Now, next point on the same part, we are going to discuss about what is the basic difference between oxygen and oxides. Clear? What is the basic difference which we are going to learn between oxygen as well as oxides? Clear? That means oxygen itself is a form of oxides. It is being formed. The property of oxygen is different. The property of oxides is also different. Understood? That means this one is your diatomic molecules that directly we can obtain when two different oxygen is going to combine together, they are going to find the diatomic molecules of oxygen. But the oxide is a different form. It is being occurred, or it can take place, or we can obtain these oxygens from oxide by the help of chemical reactions only. That is your first difference. So I will not go with the verbal only. Just I will let you know to write at least two basic difference, so that if somebody is going to ask you the proper difference of that, then you can note it down. Clear? So other point which we are going to note it down from here is difference between. What you will write? You will write about difference between. I hope this slide is visible to you. Children, there are certain things which is very important as per your class. When you are going to begin the topics, something when you are going to read in chunks, no, means short form, that will be very easy for you to recall during examinations as well. If notes and notes only we are going to give you and no short tricks to understand basically the things, so it is difficult for you to rectify, or you can say recall it. So please note it down, the difference between oxygen and oxides. First we are going to note it down here. Oxygen, and other we are going to note it down for oxides. Clear? So oxygen is what? Oxygen is a diatomic element. Diatomic means it can never exist alone. Like it is being represented with a symbol O, no? I hope you can see from here. Don't understand this as a zero. This is your O. When two O, one hand in one O in this hand and one hand O in this hand, when they both are going to combine together, then they will form the O2 molecules. Means two different elements of O combined together, they will form the molecules, and the name of that is your oxygen, O2. That means oxygen is what? First point from here, it is a diatomic element. What is? Children, we have different type of atomic elements, like we have monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic. Don't be confused in this. Simply you have to learn diatomic means एक ही चीज का दो बार जब कॉम्बिनेशन करेंगे तो वो डायटोमिक बनाएगा. एक ही एलिमेंट को जब दो बार जोड़ेंगे तो वो डायटोमिक H प्लस H H2 बनाएगा. तो H2 आपका क्या है? डायटोमिक है. ठीक है. Cl प्लस Cl क्लोरीन है, क्लोरीन प्लस क्लोरीन तो Cl2 बनाएगा, आपका डायटोमिक एलिमेंट है. It is a diatomic. I'll write it here only. Clear? Element. That means what? What is that? When two oxygens are going to combine here, like one oxygen is this one, other is this one. When both are going to combine, they are going to form O2 molecules. Understood? Clear from here? That means alone they are not going to exist. But when we are going to talk about oxides, it is an ion. Ion means what? Ion is means which can express into positive and negative here. Totally depends upon the charges. Clear, no? That means it is an oxides ion. So first point you can write for this one is it is an, what is that? It is an ion. And ion, I told you, the charges which is present on the elements, they are called your ions. Like sodium Na is having positive charge, positive, and Cl is having negative, Cl minus, and these all totally depends upon the electronic configuration as well as the intake or give or take of the different element. That I am not going to discuss because that is a separate branch of chemistry where we are going to discuss in atomic structure topic. Here we are only simply going to see what type of it is an ion. What is that? It is an ion, and basically it is occurred between chemical reaction. When this oxides will be formed, it is formed when the chemical reactions takes place. Then second point you will write, it is formed when chemical reactions takes place. Clear, no? Automatically it is, oxygen is not going to be converted into oxides. No, for that definitely the chemical reactions need to be occurred. Understood my point, what I said to you? So for that, the more important point that I have to remember is chemical reaction. I'll give you a general example. If I am Ankita, clear, and I have to do other work apart from, like my profession is teaching. If I have to go with dancing, so what I have to do? I have to change, I have to learn something, I have to make certain changes in my behavior. Then only the other thing will be adopted. Same. The conversion of oxygen to oxides means oxygen is not going to convert directly or going to make the friendship with it. No. It is being converted when the chemical reactions takes place. Understood? No, the most important point for you, I am just going to highlight as well. If somebody will ask you, in what process the conversion of oxygen is being converted to oxide, that's why they both are read together in the same topic. And there are many more reactions in this topic, and I'll let you know one by one. Please be patient and just watch this video at the last. I'll tell you. If not in this, other video also will make, and there also have to understand the topics properly. It is formed. Now third point of yours, give or take of, give or take or ट्रांसपोर्ट, द इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड, गिव और टेक. गिव और टेक तो समझ में आ रहा है, आसान वर्ड है. ट्रांसपोर्ट क्या होता है? Transport, most of you, when I am going to tell, ma'am, this is transport means generally we are having the vehicles, that is. Transport means also means exchange of that one. Understood, no? Which we are using in this term. Give or take or transport of electron of oxygen, it forms what? What does it form, children? It forms oxides. That means the oxides will be formed. There is no rule, there is no way that it is not formed. Definitely it is formed, but when it is formed, when we are sharing, or you can say when we are giving positive charges from other element, or we are taking negative charges from other element, then what happens in that case? Then there will be the transport of oxygen. मतलब कुल मिला के कहने का ये तात्पर्य समझ लो कि ऑक्सीजन जो मेन है हमारा O2 मॉलिक्यूल्स, वो अलग अलग वे में अपने आप को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है, चाहे वो केमिकल रिएक्शन से कर रहा है, चाहे वो गिव और टेक से कर रहा है, या फिर अपने आयंस को ट्रांसपोर्ट करके कर रहा है. किसी भी मेथड से जब ऑक्सीजन अपने रूप को बदलेगा तो उस केस में हमेशा ऑक्सीजन जो है वो किसमें बदलेगा? ऑक्साइड्स में. तब उसका नेचर ही बदल जाएगा. अंडरस्टूड, नो? सो दीज 3 important terms that I have to remember. Here I'll underline for your reference. Please don't be confused. So in first point we discussed about the representation as well as atomic number, mass number, discoverers, electron. These questions will be asked again and again in the examinations. So discoverers are different, but finally who have discovered? Joseph Priestley in which year? 1774. Clear for you to understand that same? Okay. Now moving on the next part of yours, you can see electronic configurations. Then when helium is 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4 we are having 8, and the electronic configuration is 8. Again and again I am telling you to recall because you are at the stage of learning and here you have to understand the things properly. Clear, no? Now the difference which I have taught, it is not much more important. It's not being asked directly in the examinations. Please don't think like that. The things which they are going to ask is your simply what is the difference for your reference, how you are going to understand the topic. You have to. That is for your reference I am giving. Clear? Now next point you will write. Okay, now you learn about oxygen. But children, oxides. Please remember this. Oxides is being formed into different shape, or you can say it form different compounds. Now you know already when you are going to talk about metals, or when you are going to talk about materials, there are of 2 types, metals and non-metals. But when they are going to combine into different state, they are going to form different oxides. So basically in this topic, as per your reference, we are going to study about 4 types of oxides, and that will be your like acidic oxides, basic oxides, your neutral oxides, as well as your amphoteric oxides. Clear, no? So other point which we are going to mention, please take a screenshot of this one. Please take a screenshot of this one. Okay. So types of oxides. Clear, no? Please mark the next part of yours. That will be your types of oxides. Don't think that these all are not useful for you. In beginning, at least the concepts, or you can say the mind map is developed amongst you to understand the things, what are the things important for this one. So when you are going to talk about oxides, oxide is formed when metals or non-metals react with oxygen, it forms oxide. Clear, no? So first of all, your job is, children, to write the definition of this one. What? Oxides. Please note it down. And here we are going to write about when, please note, when metals or non-metals, clear, no? It is not hard and fast rule that only metals. No, we are considering both metals as well as non-metals. When metals or non-metals combine with what? Oxygen, it forms, what does it form, children? Can you guess? Very good. So it forms oxides. Perfect. Clear, no? It forms oxides. Now, when you are going to talk about the types, first type is, here you will note it down. types. First is your acidic oxides. Acidic oxides. Second is your basic oxides. Third is your amphoteric oxide. And fourth is your neutral oxide. Okay? Please note it down. So, meanwhile you have to recall what are oxides. When the reactions occurs between metals and non-metals, then oxides are formed through which reaction? Through chemical reaction. Neutral oxides. In later on videos in the same, I'll tell you about its that what I can say, chemical reactions. But before this, at least you have to learn. So, what are your acidic oxides? Please note it down. So here, simply you can write in short form, oxides of, I will give the proper definition, you don't have to worry for that, but here only short form. Oxides of non-metal, here you will write, oxides of metal. That means when oxygen react with non-metal, it will form oxides, and such oxides are called your acidic oxides. And when oxygen react with metal, it will form your basic oxide. That means that short form I have written. Understood? Please note it down. The next, metallic oxides. Here we are going to talk about metallic, we are not going to talk about non-metallic. Metallic oxides, which shows acidic as well as basic property. That means if they are going to show both the properties, whether it is acidic or metallic oxides, which shows acidic as well as basic properties. Do you get my point, what I am explaining to you? So, ऐसा कुछ कंपाउंड या ऐसा कुछ ऑक्साइड्स होगा जिसमें मेटल का भी एलिमेंट्स मेटल के कुछ एलिमेंट्स दिखेंगे, नॉन मेटल के भी दिखेंगे, वो आपके क्या होंगे? एम्फोटेरिक. प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. That is called amphoteric, and just oxides which does not show which neither show an acidic, and you will note it down, or neither show an acidic nor a basic properties. So this is just the short representation for you children. अगर हम लोग ऑक्सीजन पढ़े तो उसके बारे में पढ़े, जब ऑक्साइड्स पढ़ रहे हैं तो कम से कम इतना तो जाने कि ऑक्साइड्स क्या होता है, क्या यूज है, या फिर कितने तरह का ऑक्साइड्स एग्जिस्ट करता है. तो एज पर योर सिलेबस बेसिकली इट इज बीइंग classified into four acidic, basic, amphoteric and neutral oxides. Acidic or what? When oxygen reacts with non-metals, it will form acidic oxide. When oxygen reacts with metal, it will form basic oxide. When only metallic oxide, there is no non-metallic. When only metallic oxide, which shows acidic as well as basic, both the properties, this property also, such oxides are called your amphoteric. And what about neutral? Neutral means there is no hard and fast rule for that. Neither it will be acidic nor it will be basic. Then what does it show? It shows for your neutral oxides. Please take a screenshot of this one. And afterwards, we are going to discuss about your preparation of oxygen, or you can say in what method we are going to obtain the oxygen. Understood, no children? That means next topic for us is methods for obtaining, or you can say what type of technique we can use in our laboratory as well as in our day-to-day life to obtain oxygen. So please take a screenshot of this one. So you can see this image where we are going to learn this methods of preparation by laboratory method. So it is being basically prepared by decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. That means hydrogen peroxide is your compound. You can see this funnel, or you can say this round bottom flask is being covered with your hydrogen peroxide. So here, first of all, before going to explain the full diagram as well as the preparation method, I like to first introduce you the things which you have to remember while drawing. So this is what? This is your stand, this long part. This will be your the substance or the compounds which we have filled, that will be your hydrogen peroxide. And with that, the decomposition of that only, we are going to form oxygen. One of the scientists, Stephen, have already discovered through downward displacement method, he have discovered, and through that he find that thing. This will be your, what is the name of this? That will be your round bottom flask. This funnel is called your thistle funnel. This is your, which substance or which compound we have used? Hydrogen peroxide. H2O2 is its formula. This is substance which is gathered at the bottom of this funnel. In this bottom of this flask is your manganese dioxide. It acts as a catalyst. So children, catalyst is what? Catalyst is used as a reactor which have no, it only helps for the initiation of the reaction. It have no any other influence on that particular reaction. समझ में आ रहा है? इसका रिएक्शन पे किसी तरह का कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ता. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक इनिशिएशन का काम करता है. रिएक्शन को होने में एक मदद करता है. फिर वो अपने आप उसका उस पे ना तो किसी टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर, वॉल्यूम, किसी पे भी कैटलिस्ट का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता. अब आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे हम लोग थिसल फनल लगा के इसको बंद कर दिए. यहाँ हमने पतली सी पाइप लगाई और इसमें हमने देखा कि जब हम हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड का रिएक्शन कर रहे थे, किसके प्रेजेंस में, क्या कैटलिस्ट था? मैंगनीज डाइऑक्साइड. तो हमने देखा कि थोड़ी देर बाद इस अगले वाले जार में आप देख सकते हैं कि एक पाइप के थ्रू, हमने इसको डिलीवरी ट्यूब बोलते हैं, इस डिलीवरी ट्यूब के थ्रू हम इसको कहाँ लेकर आ रहे हैं. हमने जैसा देखा कि थोड़ी देर बाद ऑब्जर्व किए कि जो हमारा सोल्यूशन था, in that solution this small droplet is being occurred. When you have mixed this hydrogen peroxide with in presence of catalyst manganese oxide, then what happened in other tube? With that you can find that oxygen bubbles are being raised up. Do you get my point? That means from here we can see the bubbles which we have seen inside the water of that compound. We can see that is called your oxygen gas bubble, or you can see this tap is closed. From here we are going to observe, or from here we have collected the oxygen gas. And that how we have collected? Through the origination of these bubbles. Understood, no? So this is your graphical representations for laboratory method. Children, please have a look of this one again and again. Then I am going to tell you for this chemical reaction. So I told you already in the beginning which compounds are being reacted with each other. So in this, your hydrogen peroxide, I'll use another color marker. Formula of this is hydrogen peroxide H2O2. What is H2O2? It reacts with H2O2 is being react in presence of your manganese oxide. In which presence it will react? It will react in presence of manganese oxide, MnO2. So what is being formed here? And this MnO2 of yours is going to act as a catalyst for the initiation of the reaction. So please note it down. So the main product which you are going to find, twice of H2O plus water. What is being released from here? You can see oxygen is released. This is your formula for hydrogen what? Peroxide. Catalyst, magnesium oxide. It will give as a reactant, what it will give? It will give water as well as oxygen. Clear? So, simply in laboratory, this method is being converted through this image and we are going to get this as a product, oxygen. There are another method of preparation. You can see when this potassium chlorate react with magnesium oxide, then also we are going to find it out what? Presence of oxygen. Like second reaction, you can note it down from here. I have not drawn that. This is your first reaction. Please note down for second one. Here, when potassium chlorate, second of yours, KClO3, This is a method I have not drawn. When potassium chlorate, this is the formula of what? Potassium chlorate. Clear? When these potassium chlorate is being react with what? Your again magnesium oxide, where magnesium oxide act as a catalyst for you, MnO2. Clear? Another color of marker we'll use. Then we are going to get another compound for this one, and that will be your potassium chloride plus O2. O3. Sorry, I'll this. Here you can see we are having the compound as KCl plus O3. So when you are going to react potassium chlorate in presence of your catalyst magnesium oxide, you are going to get as a compound twice of KCl plus 3O2. That means here we are having, what type of compound we are having? Here you can see 3 2s are 6. So you will get as 3 of O2. Here also you are going to get what type of reaction? Here also you are going to get as an oxygen, red marker, oxygen. Clear? This is the second preparation of yours which you are going to learn from here. So children, please underline this part. What you will get as a reactant. Here also the this oxygen gas is being released. That's why we are putting the symbol of this one, increasing order. So what type of compound you form? That your compound will form your potassium chloride. This is the second method of preparation, and that method I have not used that laboratory one. That is simple reaction I have given for this one. Another method of preparation which we are going to do for this is third one. Only you have to note it down through the chemical reaction. So third method of preparation, if somebody will ask you what are the methods of preparations which you are going to use for this. So first you will write when hydrogen peroxide react with catalyst MnO2. So we form water and oxygen is being released. Second, when potassium chlorate is being reacted with as catalyst in presence of catalyst magnesium oxide, then potassium chloride and oxygen is being released. Clear, no children? Now please note it down. I hope this is visible to you. Clear? Shall I go with? Please take a note of this one. Now, in third case, when mercuric oxide is being reacted, okay. When mercuric oxide is being heated, that means twice of HGO formula is what? Mercuric oxide. What we are going to do? When we are going to heat this product, what we will get from here? We will get twice of Hg plus O2 in which order? In increasing order. Here also you will write. Clear? Plus O2 in increasing order. That means you can see in all the cases this oxygen gas is released. So basically as per your level the preparation of oxygen is being done with 3 methods, and there are many other methods that we are going to do with the dry water and all. That is not much more important. 3 different processes. For this and this I have not used the experiments. That means for first one I have done the representation through that laboratory method. We have taken this round bottom flask and then we reacted by putting hydrogen peroxide and magnesium oxide in the same flask, and then when we are putting this thistle funnel and using this delivery tube, we observe that the oxygen gas is being released from here. And second reactions, the same thing happens. Potassium chloride react with presence of catalyst, we get potassium chloride and oxygen. Third one, when mercuric oxide react after heating, we will get this mercury as well as oxygen is being released from there. Understood, no? This is just your representation. Please take a final screenshot of this one. Okay, children. Now, we are going to end this class. I hope the things are understood till here. Preparations we have done. In other upcoming videos, we are going to learn about the chemical and physical properties as well as the classification of oxides as well as different difference between also we have. So until here, the important thing you have learned, please recall again and again to understand it better. If you are new to this channel, Please put your like, share and subscribe to get more updates and notifications from this channel. So we are going to end up. Thank you. Have a nice day.